So, you've come here today because you want to learn more about the Vikings. Well, you've come to the right place. Hopefully, you have watched the Viking overview lesson video where you have got lots and lots of information. But in this Viking series, we are going to go and explore the world of Vikings. I hope you're ready. So today, let's talk about the origins of the Vikings. So where did they come from? Well, the Vikings came from 3 countries in Scandinavia, but the places that we called Scandinavia today was not actually known as Scandinavia until after the Viking Age. But the 3 areas that we know today is Sweden, Denmark, and Norway. The Vikings made their way to other places such as Finland and Iceland, but they did not originate from there. During all of the series and all of the lesson videos, a rune stone is going to pop up somewhere on the screen. On that rune stone is a rune symbol. You need to make sure that you write all of them down because later there might be a secret message. In the Old Norse language, the term Viking meant pirate raid. So the term Viking didn't really explain the people, but it explained what they did. Now, because they raided quite often, this is how they became known as the Vikings. Here is a map of Europe. The Viking people left from what we know today as Sweden, Denmark, and Norway. They went to Britain and Ireland and Iceland. Have a discussion about the route that the Vikings would have traveled and how difficult it would have been to travel. What would they have taken with them? And what do you think they thought of the new land? Here is your first rune symbol. There are 2 more to look for in this video. The Vikings had a very interesting way of traveling. They would sail very close to the coastline, so they were close enough to the land, but not close enough that the people on the land could see them sailing. During the day, they would use landmarks as their guides, but at nighttime, some of the Viking people could even use the stars to tell them where they were. And some of them could even use the currents in the water or the wind to tell them where they were. They could use the sunsets and the sunrises to tell them where east and west were. It was like an old school GPS for the Vikings. The Vikings left their lands and sailed south from the years 700 to 1100 CE. It's not exactly known why the Vikings left their land. Some people believe that their population was growing, so they needed more space. But all the evidence shows that they had plenty of space in Scandinavia. Another belief is that the leaders of the Vikings were a bit threatened of the leaders in the other countries next to them, and they felt that they needed to make a change. So the Vikings went to Europe, including the United Kingdom and Ireland. In some places, the Vikings could settle quite easily, but in other situations, there were quite a few disagreements, and fair enough. The Vikings couldn't just come along and go, "Hello, this is our land now." And the first people go, "Sure, make yourself at home." So the land was sometimes taken with a disagreement and by force, but other times there was a treaty or an agreement made between the first people and the Vikings. A treaty is an agreement between 2 groups of people. They decide on some rules together, and then both sides of groups will follow those rules. And hopefully, if they both follow the rules, they can live together and work peacefully. Well, hopefully. Now, you may have heard of a treaty before. Perhaps you have even made one in your classroom. They happen all the time around the world. Activity time! In your class, you are going to break into 2 different groups. One group is going to be the Viking people, and the other group you can be either from the United Kingdom, Ireland, or Iceland. What you need to do is work together to create a treaty, so a list of rules that all of you can use to work together so that you can work and live in peace. You could start off by dividing into your two groups and coming up with the things that you think your group would need to have in the treaty. Then you can come together and decide on what rules all of you think will work and the ones that won't work. This is going to take lots of working together as a team and not just thinking about what you want. When you are done, you will all need to sign the treaty. That way you are all agreeing to the rules. Okay, I really hope you enjoyed this lesson video learning about the origins of the Vikings. Stay tuned because our next lesson video is all about the Viking rulers. Have fun with your treaty and have fun working together. See you very soon. Goodbye. Did you spot all of the rune symbols in this video? There are 3 to find. While watching my Viking videos, make sure you write down the rune symbols to discover the secret message. Good luck, fellow Vikings!